Well, I'm getting ready to do some spraying today on my hay fields. I've since rebuilt my sprayer, and if I spray early, I'll get a lot of things, but then later on I get these stickweed, lamb quarters, and some milkweed tries to come up, and then I'm faced with the dilemma of having to spray a second time and go back over my field a second time. I prefer not to do that. So the past few years I've tried to strike kind of a compromise, and it seems to work for me. So I have a little bit of growth, and then I put down my herbicide, and I kind of catch just pretty much everything that's meaningful for me going into my hay. And again, we're selling hay for horses, and so it needs to be clean and weed free to the extent possible. This stuff right here, it'd have been nice to have knocked that out, 2 or 3 weeks ago. But again, if I do that, then I miss something else that's going to come later. And we don't spray with any herbicides with residual. Typically, we use a generic of Weed Master, which is dicamba and 2,4-D, or we use straight 2,4-D, or we use a kind of a pricey herbicide called Pasture Guard, and it does a nice job of cleaning up our fields. But I have to say the generic version of Weed Master is my favorite. It seems to be a pretty effective herbicide. But nice little breeze, not it's not like windy out here, and so we're mindful of temperature inversions, and we don't want to spray when there's no wind at all. We want just a little bit of breeze, and we use air induction nozzles, T-jet air induction nozzles, to give us a nice droplet size to prevent drift. It's a coarse spray we put on these fields, and depending on the application rate, I'll spray 30 to 40 psi on my gauge.